check it out. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce in the fashion that I wear. I be stunting on my peers. Diamonds glare, make them steer. In the vert, switching gears. Moving forward, never rear. I don't even look in mirrors. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce. Garments in my closet so fly, they need a passport. Fabric imported from.
All right. Hey.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fierce Entertainment Live, episode number 55.
55.
We're in the house. Yep. So I'm Rob Henlon, joined by my little sister, Jessica. What's up, Jessica?
What's up? Happy Friday.
I got my sister from another Mr. Starr Dalton.
Hey, Starr.
What's up, Starr?
Hi, everyone. Welcome.
And athletic, fashion, and everything model.
Fitness, healthy.
Star Wars, Nord, and everything. Sann Trigo in the house. What's up, Sann?
What's up, Sann?
Happy Friday, everybody.
All right. Yeah, so we're excited. We're excited for another day, another Fierce Friday right here.
Yeah.
And we got another exciting show for you, kicking it off. But if this is your first time tuning in, just to let you know, we developed this platform, out of the need, during COVID. Usually we produce live events, but this time, once we went in quarantine, we wanted to keep engaged with people.
Yeah.
And we found this as an interesting way to just continue to, chat with you guys.
Chat, connect with people, meet people, network, all of that, right?
Right. So this is an interactive show. While you're watching, we want you to make comments. We want you to be part of the party, be part of the red carpet experience. That's what we're duplicating. The red carpet experience with some of our other events. So definitely chime in.
Tag your friends, make comments, share. We're going to pull you into the show.
Yep. And without further ado, you're sharing right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
Let me share one more time.
So shout out to...
Happy hour.
Oh, yes. Happy hour. It is a happy hour vibe.
It's a happy hour.
I'm sipping on beer today. So shout out to Daryl Mater, our good friend, and she's the one that connected us with our guest for today. So big shout out to Daryl.
She just had a birthday. We're having a birthday brunch for her Sunday morning.
Oh wow! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Daryl! Happy birthday to Daryl! And shout out to Terrence Ramses over there in Tampa, Florida, St. Pete area, with the right brand clothing. Mr. Royal Pineapple. He just did a photo shoot with the swimwear line. That was pretty dope.
Okay,
like that.
Nice.
Okay, and he said, you saw a purpose. All right, cool.
So
I didn't see the suit. He said he wants some fear scare. He wants some fear scare. So okay. So speaking about fear scare, that's a good opportunity for me to do a plug. Right. So if you go to alwaysfierce.com, you can check out some of our gear. We have a lot of different gear out there. One of the main things that we're featuring are our gaiters. We're going to be protected during this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? This Delta version of the coronavirus is still out there, and it's real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you gotta what they say, protect your neck.
Protect your neck. I love that.
I just had a flashback, like a Friday flashback Friday.
Yes.
I got my first dose last week or this week.
Oh,
congratulations! So let me ask you this.
I was so scared, but and everybody made me think that I was going to get sick. I was fine. No problem.
Yay! Congrats!
I could work out the next day, no
so
problem.
Not even sore.
No sore.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Good for you. I'm so happy. Now we can hang out even more.
Okay. Shout out to Rochelle Lee. She's here for Arthur Jamilah Ewing as one of our guests, for a featured guest today. So shout out to Raquel Lee. Thank you for joining us. Definitely subscribe to our channel, Fierce Entertainment. At Fierce Entertainment, you'll see some of the footage from a previous episode and tons of footage from our live events.
Yes.
Shout out to Kareem. What's that? Kareem Mashada, ex-Raw.
Okay,
Rawls.
Rawls.
Rawls. All right, Kareem. I'm going to just call you Kareem if that's okay. Brother Kareem, because you got a lot of names up there, and I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, so let's kick it off. We want to kick today's show off. Let's kick it off with fashion,
It sounds like it's gonna
fun.
be a surprise. Like, what we doing?
uh, I wanted to do Sann Trigo's, section real quick.
Okay.
A little segment.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
You know I'm always fierce in the fashion that I wear. I be stunting on my peers. Diamonds glare, make them steer. In the vert, switching gears. Moving forward, never rear. I don't even look in mirrors. Yeah, you know I'm always fierce. Garments in my closet so fly. They need a passport. Fabric imported from Indonesia. Need a visa. Popping tags at my leisure. Shift gears, two-seater. I don't care if I'm on a bus or a 10-speeder. You would.
All right. So what's up, Sann?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. What do you have for us today?
Okay, I've got something really great. Now, I know today is Friday and this is the end of the day, but we still have 2 more weekends for this month at the gym for 24-hour fitness. We're doing free Friends and Fam Fridays. So you bring your friends, your friend or family member who are members of the gym. Bring a guest, and we can have them come over and try out the gym for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we got some really great deals going on at the gym. And I kind of like that segment that y'all showed, my segue in, because y'all do show that I do some work,
yeah, you're doing some work.
I'm in the gym. I just looked. To me, I feel like I'm a drowned sewer rat when I'm working out.
Oh gosh.
So Sann, tell everybody that's tuning in how old you are. I know you don't mind sharing your age. I know gentlemen's not supposed to ask a lady that, but you don't mind. You shared it. You shared it before, so no, you shared it before. So how old are you?
I'm 53.
53.
Wow.
And she. All right, and she's working out all the time. Awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, so thank you, Sann. Thank you for that fashion. Fitness, fashion. That's what happens when you drink, kids. Fitness, fashion, and fun with Sann Trigo. I'm messing it up.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, sann.storm. And my Facebook is also Sann Trigo.
Sann Trigo. How do you spell that?
Sann Trigo. Okay, Sann, SANN, and Trigo, TRIGO.
All right, awesome. I appreciate you, Sann. And stay safe, stay healthy, and stay fierce.
Peace.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, we love Sann. We love Sann. She is definitely fierce family, and she's been one of our biggest supporters from day one. So you can't say how much we love her and appreciate her support. Oh man, and we appreciate you guys, man, making the comments and showing love. So Mary Worth Ewing, Jamilah, she's coming in. She came in deep. She got her peoples and her family in.
That's what's up.
Showing some love. And Raquel, she shows some love over on Facebook. Thank you, Raquel, for following on Facebook.
So that's right. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch.
Yes, Twitch. We're all over the place. Cool. All right. So without further ado, what I want to do is let's do a little commercial. Let's show a little commercial, take a little commercial break, and then we're going to bring in our guests, Charles and Jamilah Ewing.
Let's do it.
Inshallah. All right. What's up? All right. So we have Jamilah and Charles Ewing. What's going on?
Ooh, y'all looking
Nice.
sharp.
Man,
Used
y'all
to
look
love.
good.
Yeah, y'all cute. Y'all cute.
I
Thank
should
you
have.
so much.
Oh man. So let's just clarify this, because Jessica and I are brother and sisters. That everybody always confuse us for husband and wife. We're business partners, but we're brother and sister. We're not married. But you two, tell us about yourself. What's your relationship?
She's my lovely bride of 19 and a half years.
Wow.
My
And a half.
better part for close to 25 years. My soulmate since God said be. So that's who she is.
Wow.
That's who we
Uh,
Aww. That's so
oh wow,
She's
that's
like
that's
my
awesome.
mom, for real.
So how did you meet?
We met at a poetry club. We met at a
Okay.
poetry club called Snaps and Taps. Shouts out to Todd Tooney and Daryl Gentry.
Daryl made it.
Yes.
Daryl Mater is actually a very, very, very close friend of ours. She's like a sister.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I was nervous when I met him. But she was like, girl, just go on and talk to him. He's so down to earth and chill. If you don't talk to him, I'm going to give him your phone number.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. So
hey, no pressure, no
He
pressure.
was
So-
so deep with like the artistic crowd. He was an artist and he was a student at Ohio State. He was kind of like hanging out with those guys that look kind of like Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here I am. I come in there carrying an expensive bag, and I'm like, he might want one of those nature girls. And Daryl goes,
Mhm.
no, he's gonna like a fly girl. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He got tired of me waiting around, like kind of like hanging around talking to him, because my mother always said, don't chase them. You
Mhm.
let them come to you.
Okay.
Right,
So Daryl
right,
got
all right.
sick of this, and she
Right.
finally gave him my phone number, and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay.
And from my perspective, I was living the life of a college student, and wasn't really thinking about settling, but I was unsettled. So had an opportunity. I was trying to shoehorn my way into an internship in New York City, and I made a deal with my advisor that if it didn't go right, that I would come back, finish my senior year. So it didn't go right. Came back and went to Snaps and Taps, which was my man Todd had it laid out. It was like just imagine Love Jones,
Yeah.
That's-
Yes,
but
yes.
even more intimate, even more family. So we were there, and beautiful night. My man Todd pulled me to the side at the end of the night and was like, "Yo, you need to go holler at her." And I was like, "Okay, all right." And he was like, "Nah, man." Put the number in my hand in the pound, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I'm on the strength. You need to call her. So
Stop playing
called
around.
her. Not yet, it worked. Like I don't even know if it was him talking. It might have been, it was like, call her. So did. And you gotta, all right, so I'm gonna keep it with a trillion. I was art student, humble role. That's probably all I could afford was the rolls. So she wanted to meet at Cooker when we met at Cooker, and I ate up all the dinner rolls before she got there. I wasn't driving. I got there early on the bus, the whole nine, the whole thing.
Oh, that's
Oh my
And
goodness.
she didn't hold none of that against me. We got
Wow.
into the movie. We saw Three Kings with Ice Cube, and we had a hip hop conversation on the way home. She had a mixtape. Remember those old mixtapes that you would write on? You had to
Yeah.
Mhm.
put the tabs on and stick the toilet paper in there so you can record it with it. And it was one of those
Yeah.
tapes.
Oh, I forgot about that. You just stick the
Yeah, that you would, one of them would be one of them would be Quiet Storm, one of them would be like your Tribe mixtape that you put together. So she had a mixtape that she put together, long story, and it was dope. We had a beautiful conversation on the way home, and I tried to get a little handsy, and
And I stopped them.
she
stopped
put the kibosh on it, and the very
Uh-oh.
next time I seen her, she was in her full MGT Vanguard uniform, and I was like, okay, all right, I know what time it is.
Right,
This is who I was praying for, so I cleaned my act up.
Wow. Aw.
Nice.
She
See,
responded.
so a good woman would make you clean your act up, right?
Yes, sir. If you're smart,
Right.
Yeah. So 19 years. What's the magic? What's the magic? You have people. Daryl's throwing up hearts, and Sonya saying true love. You know what I mean?
Love.
Yeah.
Raquel
Long
showing
time.
she's showing the love. So what's the magic? What's the secret for 19 years?
You have to be friends first. I know it sounds cliche, but we are absolute best friends. Like I can't imagine any journey without including him and also you have to have a common interest in things. Like both of us are hip hop heads. Both of us, we want to learn more about plant-based diets and smoothies and
Wow.
juicing.
Oh,
Both
okay.
of us, we really love Ralph Lauren clothing. You know, we love to
So you
walk.
guys,
Walks. We
wow.
love to exercise.
Y'all twinning.
Yeah, y'all are twitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are hip hop head. Let me ask you guys.
Mhm.
So Biggie or Tupac?
Before we go there, Rob,
Uh-oh.
before we go there,
All right, hold up.
I gotta give you, because um, I have two very special people in my development, James and Eula Guest, and they celebrated like their 3,000th wedding anniversary not too long ago, and so I pulled them to the side and asked them on Facebook, like, what's the secret? And they told me to communicate. They told me we got to be able to talk about it. So she says this thing about like we're friends and we're cool. And here's where it like the rubber meets the road. So we'll be in a situation where we're not seeing eye to eye, and we're communicating, but we're talking about different things, and it's just not. I'm not hearing her for whatever reason, and she'll stop me and she'll say, "I don't need to talk to my husband right now. I need to talk to my friend." And what it does for me is a reset. I hear it, and it's a reset for me to, because my responsibility as the husband, in my opinion, is to give first. So that's part of that is I give first, and I should be strong enough to handle that give first. And that's her needing to talk to the friend part. So it's work, it's prayer, it's elders, it's we kind of understand that. I had a G tell me one time that you don't understand, you don't know who's watching. So just knowing that it's people who may be watching, and we're not doing it for them, but we want to put out a right frequency and a frequency of love. And as long as it's rooted in love, and I think if love is carried and that energy is carried forward, whatever comes from it is coming from a place of love, and those who are watching should be able to receive that love. So trying to keep that in mind, and it's a work in progress.
And it'll be solid.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Love them. It's a great question.
I'm gonna go with Bupac. That's Biggie and Tupac mixed together.
Oh snap!
So I'm going Tupac, and the reason I'm going Tupac, and I love Biggie, and I'm whatever on sport, whatever, however that goes. But the reason I'm going Tupac is because I got a chance to see him perform, and I got a chance to be in the building with him a couple of times when he was one time he was coming off of Juice, and he had just cut the flat top into the ball head. We was at a club in Virginia, and it had to be 20 people there, and I saw him with the rope separating us. And then I saw him again in Hawaii, and I was at like the base of the stage, and he was right. It was energy. It was a certain kind of energy that Pac brought to a space that I didn't get a chance to exchange with Big. But so that's why I would say Tupac, and because he means more to people on more different levels than Big does, in my opinion.
Okay, so Daryl says Tupac as well. I don't know.
Me
That's
too.
it.
I'm Biggie all day.
Yeah. Same here. I'm Biggie. I think because we have family in New York. I was born in Brooklyn. So it's just that that connection.
Like families, Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican. We got Jamaican roots. We had the Jamaican roots. So you know what I mean. So we could understand him on that level too. You know what I mean. That East Brooklyn, Flatbush area where all the Jamaicans and the Islanders, the Panamanians, come in. So, Yeah. So that's definitely it.
Kind of the same, the visceral thing. You feeling, you felt it. You got a chance to feel the energy.
Yeah.
Connection.
And then on the mic though, on the mic, it's not even.
Here's the other thing. So I feel like Tupac has an East Coast flow, but took it over to the West Coast and represented the West Coast with it. You see what I'm saying? So,
right. He picked up that East Oakland mind state, that Panther mind state, that Panther, that community base, that my brother.
He was born with that. He was born into that. So he had that mentality, and his lyrics came from that space. But I feel like the flow was East Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would just be his flow before he joined.
Switched over.
One more thing, man. Like on the screen, like Pac's acting skills.
That's different.
Second to none.
Yeah.
And so like you can't. His role in Gridlock was, I forgot I was watching Tupac. I thought I was watching this addict. And like Pac's acting chops were second. Birdie from Above the Rim was an incredible character.
Right.
Yeah. No, he was talented. He was talented.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They both were talented. Poetic Justice. Yeah. So
but you know what? I love Bad Boy just like all around anyway. So it's just like it's the whole
New
package for me.
York.
Yeah, we were just in Brooklyn earlier this week. So shout out to Brooklyn.
Is Brooklyn in the house? So we
inshallah clothing. We plugging everybody.
Yeah. All right. So what I want to do, Jess, let's do the media power push commercial, and then we'll bring in Mimi Mala, and then we'll dive in a little deeper into this couple and the magic that they have.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mimi from Peace on the Streets. Right now, we have 3 power hitters, guys. We have Fierce and Jennifer Young Agency along with Peace on the Streets Radio. We developed a program called Media Power Push Program on the MediaPowerPush.com.
And that program starts out with a business strategic consultation that's going to determine what your call to action is from your business.
This will also include your listing in the IBA Success Magazine directory, a roll call on Peace on the Streets Radio, pop-up banners at events, a digitally created ad, and an appearance on Fierce Entertainment Live. On top of all of that, your ad will be placed on all of our social media platforms 2 times a month.
And what you guys are going to get is the power of these 3 companies. And we are so excited to bring that to you.
All right, so we're back, and we have included the bad girl herself, Mimi Mala from Peace on the Street Radio. Thank you for joining us, Mimi. How you doing?
Hey, girl.
It's a pleasure. Go Cowboys!
Okay, you got the Cowboys representing.
That's that New York behind you. What's that?
New York. That's the Yankees.
The Yankees.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, want to introduce you to author Jamilah Ewing and her husband Charles Ewing, husband and wife couple. And before we get into that, Mary Worthy Ewing, she said Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, forget Tupac and Biggie. Marvin Gaye is the GOAT.
She's right.
Shut the whole thing down.
He trumps Tupac and Biggie every time.
Yes, definitely. So, Jamilah.
Yes, sir.
So you guys, both of you guys told us, about how you met, but part of the reason that you're here is that you recently wrote a book and you're getting ready to release a book, right? And Charles, your husband, is the oh, sorry, we got you. Go ahead, hold it up again. Yeah, there we go. Prototype.
Okay.
All right, we love that. And Charles, your company actually published that book, right?
That's correct. Epic Publishing. Yes.
Cool. So Jamilah, can you tell us a little bit about the book and what it's about and what drove you to write it?
Absolutely. The book, The Prototype, it's an unconventional love story. The title, The Prototype, was inspired by my favorite Outkast song. So shouts to 3 Stacks, shouts to Big Boy. Yeah, you are the prototype. Yeah. And so what I did before I began the author journey is I used to own a hair salon, and I was a hairstylist for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I would probably have to say just life experiences and the African American salon experience gave me insight on things that we ignore when it comes to loving ourselves and loving others. Also, it was my experience too to witness uh, women and Black women in particular, because I worked around Black women in this African American salons here in Ohio. Um, it was always to put others before them or to self-sacrifice. And sometimes they didn't understand their worth, or they didn't know their worth, or felt like they deserved the abuse sometimes in bad relationships. Sometimes they felt like it was normal to just kind of receive abuse. And then there was the shame resilience piece. And, sometimes we just cope and we just push through. We just power through everything, and we don't acknowledge the fact that we're not loved properly. And so that's what this book is kind of, it's a love story. It's a novel, but it follows two main characters, Jadira and Nisa, and they're on a path. They're on a journey for a love they're not even sure exists.
Wow. So that's awesome. That's great.
I
So
get
is it?
goosebumps.
Yeah, is that? And the funny thing about, I guess, being a beauty salon or a hairstylist, a barber, it's almost like a counselor. It's not quite. I don't want to use that word because she's a
Okay.
psychology degree and counseling
Counseling degree.
yeah, counselor degree and all of that stuff. But officially, but
It's like therapeutic though.
it's therapeutic.
It is therapeutic.
People share with you because they're relaxed and you're making them feel comfortable. So I'm sure you've heard some some serious stories.
Yeah. I was telling a good friend of ours, Rochelle, I said, you know what? I literally have 100 stories.
Wow.
From working over the long career that I've had in styling hair, also a short period of time in entertainment, styling hair for a few minute music videos and things like that. Just things that we put up with to be able to say that we are in love or we're in a relationship. Even if it's toxic, we're just glad we're there or glad to be there. We don't want to say that we're single, or we don't want to say that we're happy or without, or that we're comfortable being alone. It's very different to say, okay, I choose to be alone, or I'm lonely. And a lot of times being alone or letting go of a relationship that was toxic, watching these ladies in the salon, sometimes it would do more harm than good to hold on. Sometimes it's better to let go.
And that extends, that whole thing extends more to just interpersonal relationships. It could be a career, it could be a, whatever. If it's something that's not serving happiness anymore, it's got to be critically examined. The beauty of this story is that's the premise. But then you got to deal with the who's and the what's and the whys and the why fors that come along and help shape, these outcomes of these characters. And these characters they're so believable and relatable. You connect with them. I know these characters, not because of Jamilah's salon experience or because of my exposure, because these characters aren't them. These characters they have their own weight and their own and their own frailties and deficiencies that they bring to the table that they have to work out. And the other thing I love is that it happens over a weekend, so it gets into it. It jumps right in, and they start with the healing. It's I think it's a beautiful work, not only because we help put it to the world, but because I think, all right, last book I cried on was The Outsiders. You remember The Outsiders?
Yes.
Tony Boyle?
Yes.
So, the movie was one thing, but in the book, when they go to save the kids in the farm and in the school, and then the fire hits the boy in the thing, and he burnt up, and he's in the traction, and reading it is different than hearing it.
Mhm.
And
Right.
so it was kind of, and I caught myself. I looked around. I was like in the 9th grade, like by myself looking around, like anybody see that? But it happened again when I was reading Prototype.
Wow.
And it wasn't even one of those build up where this. It was. She wrote this experience that I went through with the character.
Wow.
And it moved me. And I thought, man, okay, we on something.
So Jamilah, can you hold up the book again one more time?
Absolutely,
And
certainly.
and I see some of the comments, right? So it's called the book. The name of the book is The Prototype, right?
I love the
And
Yeah.
The Prototype of Love. It's available on Amazon, but if they go to www.prototypethenovel.com, they can receive a signed copy from you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. So, and yeah, just check out www.prototypethenovel.com, and you can get a signed copy. Or if you want it from Amazon, just go ahead and get it. You can get it straight from Amazon.
Get
It's
it right
available
away. Mhm.
Or if
on
you're in the
Amazon as
DC
well.
area, pardon me, if you're in the DC area, October 15th, from 7 to 10, we'll be at Buzzboys and Poets at the Anacostia location.
Nice.
Okay.
So we'll be signing there. So if you're in the area, DMV, please shoot through. We'll be there, ready to receive you and appreciation and in love.
Nice.
Yes. Well, I
Good
just
stuff.
love the topic. I think that's very important that you do address that. We see it so much. We see it so much in our community, and it's not talked about. So, the more you talk about it, the more it can be accepted.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So Daryl's saying that they're doing a road trip. We need to do a road trip to the DC area
DC.
and check that out.
Yes.
So
DC is definitely ready for us, Daryl.
So I need to shout out my wife. Speaking of love, I don't want to get beat. The secret to my marriage is my wife actually beats. She wolfs me. You know what I mean? So I'm a victim. So we've been married for 26 years. So I gotta shout out.
Joke every time.
I know. I always say that.
It's a joke. There's some truth behind every joke. Remember that. So
She gonna log in and she gonna say
come
something.
in.
I'm waiting for her.
She's gonna come here and whoop my butt on screen right now on live. So shout out to my wife Jennifer. I love you.
We love you.
Yeah, you're the boss. Everything, all of that good stuff. Please don't hate me. All right. So Mimi Mala. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on this whole topic and love? I know.
Everything that's said into like salons and barbershops is always deep. I actually really always look forward to my hairstylist and my makeup artist. So shout out to Kat Jackson. And
I love her.
She keeps me looking.
I love Kat.
Yeah.
I always look forward to seeing her because I personally don't have a lot of acquaintances. I have a few like minimum of friends that I speak with. A lot of them I grew up with in New York, so I'm pretty much alone out here in Florida. I have friends, but it's hard for me to speak. So I can't wait when I get to the shop. I get to speak to my hairstylist, and we keep it real, and she tells me real stuff about life itself, and I listen to her. So I just love it, and I think that's where to speak. I feel freely to speak. I learned life lessons. Cool. I just did last week again.
Nice.
Cool.
So
I can't imagine these stories. It's life.
All right, so Mimi, I'm gonna put you on the spot. So, is there any way that Jamilah can reach out to you and just inquire about being on Peace on the Street Radio to promote her book?
Absolutely.
All right. That's what we're all about.
Explain what is Peace on the Streets Radio.
Yes, Peace on the Streets Radio is an independent radio show on a mainstream broadcasting station. So we air on WOKB Orlando, 1680 AM, now 100.7 FM, and WOKBradio.com. We are 3-time Stellar Award winners.
How many times? Wait. How many times, Stella? 3 times? 3 times Stellar Awards?
And nominated 3 years in a row. Actually 4. But we didn't get the other one. But 4 years in a row.
You got 3.
3, yeah. 3 in a row. It's a blessing to be with them. So what we do on Peace on the Streets is we cater to independent talent entrepreneurs, small businesses, charities, organizations, grazing platforms, fierce entertainment. We just love making sure that we expose great message, great value, great meaning that's reaching out there to several people. And we want to expose good work. And we're able to. So we're very blessed to be freely to be able to be on broadcasting where we control media. Media does not control us. So
Nice.
would you like to come on board?
Yes. All right, cool. So we'll connect you guys so that you guys could, follow up. That'll be, I think, this will be an amazing opportunity to, expand. The book is about love, and what do we need more in this world? Love. You know what I mean?
Love.
So,
and if you love yourself, like what she's saying, when you get to know yourself, know what you want, love yourself, can walk away from things that are not meant for you. Because I think that's where we all are right now, and that's how we all end up. Kind of the energy kind of like circles around because we know we've been there. We're on the same level. If we ever teach others that, they'll be stronger individuals, and they could change the game with everything they touch. And so that's what we're here for.
Nice. So Mary Worthy Ewing says, "Congratulations on the Stellars." And my wife Jennifer Henlon said, "Do not believe him."
Good for her. I was waiting for her to comment.
That's the main thing to me. One of the things about I will speak a little bit about relationship. You have to be able to laugh. You have to be able to laugh and have fun. You know what I mean? Because like you guys both said, Charles and Jamilah, it's work. Relationships is not always easy. It's always going to be hard work or whatever. But you have to be able to enjoy the good times when you have the good times. And the family that laughs together stays together. You know what I mean? So my wife puts up with my corny jokes.
I too.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, and that makes me happy. So
I have
turn out make her happy.
Ask a question?
Go ahead.
I would like to know how long does it take to write a novel or book? Ooh, you can imagine.
Well, for me, it took the entire year of 2019.
Whoa.
Oh.
And what I did was I didn't type it. I kind of took the old school approach, and I took a notebook and I used pencils and pens, and I wrote it between clients. And so I would kind of like take a break and have some lunch and write. My next client would come in, I'd pop right up, put my apron back on, my stylist apron, and I would go back to work and do more hair. But it took me about a year.
Wow.
Okay. Wow.
About a year. Mm-hmm.
So this was your passion? You just all of a sudden wanted to write? Did you go to school for this, or what made you think about taking this route?
Yeah, so she's not gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna tell you about it. She wrote a whole screenplay before called Wildflower, and it's so dope. It's so dope.
Wow.
But she wrote it again across notebooks, across these different notebooks, and we may have like 80% of it. So it's one of those things that we're gonna revisit that back because it was so ill, and it was. Of course, it was a screenplay, so it was intended to be visual, but it was like I was there in the settings with these characters, and I followed them through their journeys and some of the people in their life. I got to know because I read it and I actually started to type it out and to transcribe it, and realized quickly that was not a strength. It's in between stage. But she wrote that thing about it's a while ago.
Wow.
It is really, really good. And so when she came with this, I wasn't surprised. I was pleasantly surprised that she had another one in it, but I wasn't shocked at all that she was able to do it.
Nice. So Charles, can you tell us a little bit about your background? So you're a creative as well, right?
I am. So I grew up all over the country.
You don't have to be humble. It's okay.
That's the time.
I get it.
No, it does a couple things here.
It's hard to talk about yourself.
It's been fun. It's been a fun ride to this point. But we started this company with the intent on publishing music. My business partner is is one of the best saxophonists in the whole world. He spent the last, his name is Charles Cooper. He spent the last decade over in Spain, over in Bilbao. So him building up his following. I have a multimedia company as well. I'm a multimedia artist. So I produce videos, produce, websites, album covers, T-shirts. And I've been working closely in the hip hop community and doing this thing called Hip Hop Ed. So when he came back, it only made sense to be able to have a home where we could produce this content and a place where we can distribute it from. So that was the impetus behind Epic Publishing, and we still are publishing music. But Jamilah's book, it created a vacuum in the room where we had to devote all our attention to this.
Nice.
So I wrote another screenplay for a project that my other partner and I are working on. It's called The Books of Rage, featuring the Paradigm. So we have like maybe a 48-page graphic novel already done with that. Wow. That we're revamping and updating, so we can go ahead and push that as well. So those are some of the things that we got coming out of the company, and it's all been just the natural growth of the things that we have been doing up until this point.
So it's crazy because I was just about to ask you guys, did you ever think about screenwriting? And then you just said it, and it makes sense because how your writing is so intense, because that's excessive. The novels. Now, how hard is it to make because it's different from writing a novel into converting it over into screenplay. Do you guys do that yourselves? How does that work?
Oh, I did it. When she wrote Wildflower, she wrote it out as a screenplay. When my partner wrote The Books of Rage, he wrote it out as a comic book, so it wasn't so hard to translate it over into the screenplay. This one is a little bit of a different animal. So with this one, we have people in our circle that we're going to lean on for guidance in this process, because this is something that I think that is not a light endeavor. It's not something that we're going to just throw against the wall and see what works. It's something that we're going to be really strategic, really focused, really thought out, and find the right team that can help us realize the vision that Jamilah had.
To bring the vision out. So would you have to, would that say a great director? Any great directors in the house?
No.
We have amazing directors in Orlando.
Yeah. Yes.
If you're watching.
Yes.
We work with amazing people that has actually made films that ended up on Amazon Prime and Netflix. All of us. So it's a blessing of the directors we know here in Orlando. So any great directors that are listening to this, reach out.
Definitely.
Make magic.
Let's see it again. Let's see it again. So I'm glad you held the book up again, because I wanted to ask. I was just getting ready to ask about the artist that did the illustrations. And you told us a little bit about her and how you selected her to do that illustration for the cover of the book. Can you tell us about that, the artist, and how you selected her?
Absolutely. Shout out to Mandy Hungerland. She's a brilliant artist right here in Ohio, near Cincinnati area. And she has this amazing gift for collage art. Yeah, it's through the roof. She's like a top shelf artist. And she really worked with us to bring the colors together. I've always loved purple. Purple was a perfect blend of extreme warm color and extreme cold color blended together. You get red, you get blue, and mix them together, you get purple. Yes. And so she said, look, it also represents royalty and all these other great things. Visually, it's appealing. And she blended that with the mustard colors that you saw and the cream. And she was just very, very, very easy to work with. I'm sorry.
No, she was actually we went to her for formatting. Getting the novel formatted. She's also responsible for the layout and the professionalism of the interior. So she was like a diamond. So I asked her,
that's awesome.
Nice. Your circle like you that can do this, and she was like, "Yo, check my portfolio." And we was like, "Oh, this is
nice."
Like I didn't want to do it because I get locked in my head, and I needed to get out of my own head. And Mandy was the perfect find.
Right.
Since we're speaking about artists, I want to plug. I got to do this, and this is shameless, and this is whatever. But
Go ahead, do it.
Do it.
Yusef Lateef out of Toledo is a bad individual.
Okay.
He did that that piece, and I don't even know what it's called. We just call it dope.
It's called April.
There you go.
So do us a favor after the comments. Go ahead and tag his information in here. So for people that's watching the show or they're watching the replay, they could go ahead and connect with him and check out some of his portfolio.
He's got T-shirts. He does murals. He did the mural at, I believe, at the LeBron James School. He did. I mean, he's dope. So you get at Yusef Lateef. He's ill. That's his painting right there. That's my brother. I just show him up.
So these are talents in Ohio. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
We got to give a shout out to Ohio. Bring them on.
Ohio.
Man, come on, man. Everybody sleeps on Ohio. Like, they always say, y'all got potatoes? Like, no, that's Idaho. We got LeVert. We got the Ohio players.
Okay. We're used to being an underdog.
Yes.
I was just telling a friend of ours last week. I said, do you know why LeBron plays the way he plays? Do you know why Halle Berry goes hard for her role? You know what I mean? We're from Ohio. We're not major market. We're Midwest.
Yeah.
And we go hard. We have something to prove.
That's what's up.
LeBron and Philip Michael Thomas.
Oh man. So Fan Social Ohio. Let's set it up.
Atlanta now.
No, he's from Columbus. We taking Bow Wow. We claiming Bow Wow.
Claiming Bow Wow.
Seriously, man. If you took Ohio out of history, huh?
I gave shout out to Ohio for the Christmas Story, and I went out there to see the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tony Morrison.
You learn not to take the double dog dare to stick your tongue on the pole.
Ohio.
Don't do it. Ohio's right here.
Yeah.
So
if you do it in Florida, if you do it in Orlando, the only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get pollen on your
I don't know.
Yeah, if you take Ohio out of history, and you have a very, very, very incomplete, very thin tapestry.
Right.
You can't tell the story of the world without talking about Ohio, from the Wright brothers down to Rubber.
I thought the Wright brothers were from North Carolina.
Nah, North Carolina just had better marketing. They're from Dayton.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I didn't know that.
But what is it about elections? Like all elections, Ohio predicts who's going to be president. It's something about There's a small town in Ohio.
It's a swing state. Defiance.
It's the one that they was trying to twist on Scandal.
And Scandal. Yes.
Putting the strings on.
That's what she's talking about. Scandal.
That was Ohio.
Oh my goodness.
It's a swing state.
Ohio said Trump won.
Yeah, but I mean,
we didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, we're not claiming that. We're not claiming that. At one point,
I was just joking.
We ain't claim Jim Jordan. We ain't claiming him either. Y'all,
Mary Worthy.
Indiana,
So Mary Worthy Ewing says musicians too from Ohio are also.
Ohio players, Roger Troutman. Absolutely.
That's right.
Okay.
Ohio is the microcosm of the U.S. You can go to Collins. But when they need soul, they go to when Tupac needed that hit. When Tupac needed that hit, he went to go find Roger.
Okay.
When they needed to go do California Love and everybody needed to put Tupac back on the map, they went to Ohio.
That's right.
All right. So Finn Social Ohio, we gotta go. We gotta set up a show. Daryl, set it up. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping.
I'm down.
Make it to Ohio.
Let's go. We'll take care of you too.
That's right.
Tell them what Finn Social. Finn Social is our networking, fashion, music, entertainment.
Yeah.
It's a nice event.
Yeah, and so much talent in our circle, so much talent in Columbus. Like, I want to shout out these young people, man. These young people not only are they fearless, but their vision and their lack of, like, the internet has opened up. The world is the whole world is a neighborhood now. And the internet has had these young people thinking that they can do anything, and they pulling it off. Their creativity, their fearlessness, their vision, their skill sets. These young people are dope, and I applaud them. They're doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to PSA that.
No, you're right, and especially at a young age, I'm seeing these kids at 8 years old, like developing all these tic-tac, like crazy. They get like 500 hits, 1,000 hits, and they're 8 years old, 9 years old, and they created it themselves. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah, we got a lot of that in our area. So when y'all make it to Ohio, you'll be able to see the depth of talent that's here, the history that's here. I'm proud of the city. I'm proud of where we're from, as you can probably tell. And it's because I know that what we're sitting on here is a conduit for this positive creative outlet. It's these brothers and sisters called the Maroon Arts Group. When y'all come to Columbus, we'll make sure you connect them with them. USIC, it's so many different organizations of people out here that are making positive impact.
And their movements. They have groups of like-minded individuals creating all sorts of art, music, photography. They're
manifesting these visions.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Fierce Entertainment, when you guys have a show out there, because I know you will. If you say it, you manifest it. So if you have a show out there in Ohio, let me be the host as I.
It's a package deal.
I would love to go to
Fierce
Ohio.
can produce it, by the way.
Come on. I would love to go to Ohio and do the highlights of those talents in Ohio and release those highlights as we do in Orlando. Release it there in Ohio. Because individuals need to see this.
We're going to manifest that.
Okay, so we're talking about a Fashion Edge and a Fin Social.
We just added. We just added the next.
We just added another show. All right.
Oh, and our good friend Kenneth is from Ohio.
Kenneth Brown.
Kenneth, and he's a fashion designer.
Okay,
let's go, man.
So we set it up. It's coming together. Oh man! All right. So Charles and Jamilah, thank you so much for being on the show. Could you hold up the book one more time? Let's hold it up. Let's take a look at it one more time. Let's see the book one more time. The beautiful cover, the prototype. Get it so you can get it at Amazon. Right? It's available at Amazon. Or
Barnes and Nobles, wherever you go digitally to download your books or to buy your books, it'll be there, God willing. Or you could go to prototypethenovel.com, get a signed copy straight from us. Or stay tuned. Keep at author Jamilah Ewing on Facebook and Instagram, at Epic Publishing on Instagram, and you catch up with us we're putting together a book tour. Our first stop is not officially a tour yet, but our first date is in we'll be in Columbus the 25th at the William H. Thomas Gallery, the Gallery in the Hood. Jamilah's going to be doing a reading of the prototype. On August 9th, we'll be in Mansfield for a signing and reading at
we'll send you the
details. We'll put it on the details. We got it.
You can put it in the comments. That's okay.
It's Uncle Jeff's church. We just want to make sure we give Uncle Jeff his proper. But it's going to be Uncle Jeff's church in Mansfield on the 9th. And then on the 15th, we'll be at Bus Boys and Poets at Anacostia in DC.
From 7 to 10 p.m.
From 7 to 10, come through. It's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. Sign some books. Get to meet Jamilah. Chop it up. Get some great food. The atmosphere at Bus Boys and Poets is A1.
That sounds dope.
And we'll keep in the rest of them when we line them up. We'll put them online. So hopefully we'll be in your area soon.
Love it. We love it.
Thank you for having us. Above the board, your presentation is dope. Your energy is dope, and inshallah we'll be able to connect with y'all heavy and do some major work.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So Daryl asked if Jamilah is going to read something. So I know I kept you guys. I took you guys 10 minutes over. I promise you. I'll let you go at 7:45. But Daryl was asking if you're going to read a little something. That's up on you. That's on you.
Well, I guess maybe I could.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was Daryl, not me. Don't get mad at me. That was the people that
persuade very easily. Apparently,
together. I got to let y'all know. So one of the things about the book, and I should have said this earlier, but one of the things about the book that I really enjoy is that the table of contents is a playlist.
Oh,
So
Ooh.
if you go to Spotify and you search Prototype the novel, Prototype A Story of True Love on Spotify, it'll pull up the playlist. So the idea is the first chapter is called Rise. Listen to Solange's Rise to kind of get the mood and the vibe for what the chapter, how the chapter goes. Then read the chapter.
That's
Mm.
insane. You guys are geniuses.
that's dope. That's dope.
That's some
cool.
different stuff right there.
And Jamila
Yes,
being
next
well,
level.
Jamila's pop,
Love
talking
it.
about Ohio music. Jamila's pops used to rock with Junie Jones and all them, and
on.
he was bad on the lead guitar.
Wow.
So she was raised in this culture, in this environment, this very rich environment of music. You know, God be pleased with him. But she actually added a second playlist in the pages of the book.
Wow.
So as the characters are going to, especially Jadira is kind of a music head. So as she's going to her decisions, she puts these songs on. So it's a little extra for the music lovers in there.
That's great. That's awesome,
Wow,
man.
next level.
Yeah, and the book is only $25. I looked it up, right? It's only $25. So that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Can't beat
that's
that.
a great
Come on
deal. That
now.
is dope. That is dope.
I feel like I'm gonna get that.
Comes in.
Right.
Okay, I think I'll do a little bit right here. What do you think when Tony comes
No, I
in?
think you should start when she's when they're sipping and then the girl's like, what's really going on?
Y'all cute.
What you need.
Right? Y'all so cute.
Good man, all right.
Okay,
We
well,
can relate.
maybe I'll start right here. Everyone is silent. I am glaring at the floor in disbelief. We got your back with whatever you want to do going forward, Jay. Whatever your next step will be, Gina says. The ladies agree. That's right, Tina adds. I look up and smile a little smile. Well, my next step right now will be another sip of the good stuff.
Yes. Y'all gotta choose. Put your glass in.
Jessica like the good stuff.
I was right. I was ready.
Jessica love the good stuff. She always sipping. She always sipping on the good stuff.
I stay ready. I stay ready.
I thought that would be a good way to kind of like create a little interest without giving the story away, but it's a very, very good story. There are lots of layers to these characters.
Yes.
I hope that you all will enjoy the book as much as I enjoyed writing it.
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for being here. We hope to connect with you soon again and have you back on the show. Hopefully
Yeah.
that you guys make it down to Orlando while you're doing your tour.
And I
And,
have
uh,
Good.
to one of those book sit-ins. I have to. I've never done this before. That would be a first
Yes.
experience. I want to do it. It's a
There
pleasure.
we go.
Do it.
Yes. So stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fierce.
All righty.
Thank you.
Much love.
Keep her in my hand.
Yay.
Oh man, cool. So
I
let's get.
love them. I love their story. I love
Oh my
the
goodness.
book. I love everything
Their
about them.
energy,
I feel so
their
warm
love. I love
inside. Yeah.
They are
Yes.
very, very intelligent. So they
Yes.
will be all right.
They seem like there will definitely be a fun couple to hang out with. Just
Come on, but not only that,
That's a
when
power
they-
couple right
they
there.
drop in
there.
gems, the knowledge left and right, both
Yes.
ends. I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah, they
For
could
sure.
do a lot. Thank you, Daryl. Shout out to Daryl for the
Yes,
intro.
Daryl.
We love you, girl.
Yes,
Yes.
love Daryl.
All right. So let's do let me do a little news. Let me do a little Fierce Friday news breakdown.
Let's do
I like to, look through the news or just, just get the spotlight up on myself a little bit, just talk about things that's interesting for me. So today I wanted to shout out. I got a couple. First, I want to start off with shout out with my baby, my wife,
Come on.
Miss Jennifer Henlon. Right. So shout out to Jenny. She passed the fourth part of her CPA. So the CPA she's been studying very hard for the CPA. The CPA has 4 spots, four major pieces. You know what I mean? And
Wow.
she passed part number 4. Just this week, she got the official notice, and she went through each one. Boom, 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 boom. So pretty soon she'll be certified as a CPA. So shout out to my baby,
Congratulations.
Jenny.
Salute.
Love you, baby.
Yes, salute.
Cool. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the Fresh Prince reboot.
Oh
The Fresh Prince
no!
reboot. They're doing a reboot. So I don't know
Oh,
how
I
I
didn't
feel
know
about
about
this. Yeah, they're doing a reboot. These are the characters here that's playing.
No!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Look,
wait, who's that? Who's the daddy?
that's Uncle Phil. Look, so I don't know how I feel about this. What do you guys? I want to know you guys' thoughts on the reboot. Should it, you know, should you mess with something that's a classic or?
Don't do it.
I feel like we shouldn't touch it. You know what I mean?
I think it's too soon because the original is still hot. So,
Right.
I mean, maybe give it another 10, 20 years before you touch it. Just
Everything has
because.
to be a reboot.
Yeah.
I know. I agree.
It's too
I agree. Now, and look at these characters. Now, look at
Now
these
go
characters.
back to the dad. Go back
What
to
is?
the dad.
Why you want to go back to the dad? Wait. Let's go through.
'Cause they don't match.
I think Uncle Phil. They should have made the dad fat.
No.
Look at Carlton. They should have made Carlton look corny. Look at this. This guy looks.
Yeah,
cool.
he looks
You know what I
cool.
mean?
This guy
He
is
looks
cool.
way cooler than Carlton.
Yeah, look. This
Now,
guy.
who is this actor?
Why do you need to know all that information?
This is just brand new to
Just
me.
now nowhere to be
I
there.
have the name. I do have the name. I could get it for you. Hold on.
Yeah, please.
Let me see.
So to follow, I need to follow on Instagram.
Okay, we'll
support.
follow it up. Just
If they're gonna do it, then I need to
just
support
research
it.
it. Just do a research. Look at this guy playing Will Smith, and then you had the other guy, another guy playing Jeff.
What?
But
Yeah.
why?
Jeff.
I needed to watch a rerun. Mark.
The reboot. I don't know. So it's like new adventures. There's the same kind of characters, same stuff, and but I don't know. So I feel like we leave a classic as a classic. I don't think it's. I don't know. Will you guys watch it though? Are you guys gonna watch it?
I will watch it, but I think after a few episodes, it's gonna turn me off because I'm gonna be comparing it. I'm not gonna like it. I don't think I would like it.
So here's another question I have. Should the characters, because I'm torn. Obviously the characters, these new characters don't look like the old characters or the original characters. Should they act like them? What if what if you see them and you're like, oh, this person's acting just like Hillary. This person is just like Will.
You said it's a reboot, right? So a reboot is it's the same characters just going into a new era. Is it? Is that how they're gonna do it?
Yeah, it's just like the same characters, but it's just like a brand new era.
Like
So they're living modernly,
Well, if
2021.
reboot, then it should be similar to them physically and also their character. If it's a
I agree.
reboot,
Right.
Yeah. So that's what the term comes in. I'm gonna go by the term, and if I don't see it adding up, I'm gonna be like,
So
already.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think they're messing up already.
Are they well known? Do they have a history? I mean, these guys were not well known. They were brand new, and they came in on. You know how Will Smith got the gig? At first, he wasn't even looked at, and then he went into memorizing his lines, and then all of his partners' lines. And when they started seeing how he remembered when they were all coming in, he just memorized it all. They're like, this guy's a genius, and that's how they got him up the ladder fast.
Wow, so I didn't know that.
He's just smart. Like actors are typically geniuses, typically because they memorize.
Yeah, I admire that about actors. The fact that they can memorize so much.
The lines and the movements too. Not only that, their placement, how they have to act, the lines, the character. You know what I mean? Just everything overall all at once. And the verbiage, the content, they have to understand that. They're just geniuses. And that's how he got it. He's just really, really smart. And so I'm expecting, I'm going to compare it if it's a reboot. I think we should let that be, though, because it is somewhat fairly new. All of them are still alive. Just the father died. God bless him.
Yeah.
He passed away. But the rest are still alive, aren't they?
Yeah. The rest is still alive. I feel like the characters should look like the original character. I feel like they should look like, you know what I mean? And that's the problem I have. It's like I can't imagine these new characters.
I was just about to say on Viv. They switched up on Viv and they act like we weren't supposed to notice. She walked away and came back.
They said that. They said
And I
that
think Will Smith has a problem with her, one of them.
they said that we would keep going to act like it never happened. They said that.
They
And
did.
it had to do with just like there was some sort of animosity on set that killed it apparently. And I think if I'm, you know what, I'm gonna say it. If I'm not mistaken, it was a mom towards Will Smith because it was more of the cockiness on set. And
that's
and it killed her career.
It did.
It killed her career because nobody else wanted to work with her after that.
They switched her out. Like, okay,
yeah. This ain't your show. This ain't your show. It's our show.
Sometimes, you know how when we all work together, we know where we stand. We know like what we're the strongest at, what we're not, what we should pull back on. That touch kind of understand. And I think that's how it should be placed wherever you go, even on set, even, the humbleness comes in. You guys know he's really good at that. Let him take that. You know what I mean? Things like that nature. But it is true. They switched the mom and we never looked back. Never even heard what happened until now. Like she had to sign a clause. And no one knew.
Right.
All right, so I want to get into my next story. So there's a McDonald's that went viral on Twitter because it hasn't been updated since the 90s. It still has like the menu from the 90s. It still has like the Jurassic Park stuff. Nothing has changed. Like they're on an island in Alaska, and it looks like McDonald's itself just forgot about them. So the prices are still the same from the 90s. Everything is exactly the same. So it's crazy. So I'll read you the story from Twitter News. It says, Twitter users are freaking out after discovering the existence of an abandoned McDonald's on an island in Alaska. The fast food location, which has seamlessly been untouched since the 1990s, is on Attic Island, a remote place in Aleutian Islands, far out into the North Pacific Ocean. It's just the latest strange Alaskan place to go viral in recent weeks. Previously, a teenager drew, views after millions of views after sharing a TikTok about her Central Alaskan town where everyone lives in the same building in one town. Yeah.
No.
Yep. Yeah, shortly after, everybody in the town lives in one building. Yep.
I would love to experience this.
That's crazy. That's a whole town. That's like the mayor. Everybody live in the same town.
I would like to experience it. Doesn't mean I want to live.
Have you watched Alaskan bush people? Like they're gonna hunt their food. They're gonna.
No.
Like no. I know.
So another.
Take a trip there, Starr. Let's go.
No, I'll go look at it.
Yeah,
but then
so another go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's it.
Right, check it out. I need to stay across the street. I can't be in the same building.
I love to look, no doubt. I want to see
with your whole town. You want to be in the same building with your whole town?
Nah, that's
too much. I would like to see that.
It's probably not even hamburger meat. It's moose meat or something. I don't know. Sounds crazy.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah, so another user went viral after explaining how it takes 15 days to travel between two neighborhoods on an Alaskan island. So there's two different neighborhoods. They're like 15 days between.
Wow.
Right? So the abandoned McDonald's, meanwhile, is spread widely on Twitter thanks to a username at @RealJezBelly. In her post, she pointed out that the location's menu still features promotions from the Jurassic Park films, right? And yeah, it's just been a point of interest for several years now.
Wow.
So it's just crazy that they're just stuck in the past. They're on this island, nobody's thinking about them, and McDonald's just never updated their the whole stuff.
They're probably just happy to have a McDonald's. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, they know that they're going to make the same money, whatever.
Right, everything's the same.
Yeah, if they raise the price, people was probably not going to buy it.
Exactly, they probably can't. But I would love to see that. I would love to see that. That's like a museum.
Remember the cost of living is still the same, so they're probably like, why should we?
Still killing their own freaking meat and build their own houses over there.
They don't even need it.
Yeah, but they got the.
I mean, watch these shows like, whoa, like it's like I don't want to. My dad would have laughed and said it was an amazing experience, but when I watch these shows, I'm not going there. It's like they're dysfunctional as hell, and it's just like a little bit of people, and then they spend most of their lives just like getting food and building houses. Like, no, like why?
It might be the culture.
Modern technology, but they refuse it over there. I think.
Wow.
They just don't need it. They just don't need it. So my last story, I have one more story about Nicki Minaj. Have you guys heard about Nicki Minaj's tweet?
I heard of a lot of stuff coming out from Nicki Minaj right now.
Did you guys hear about it? Oh man, so she put out a tweet that is about her cousin's friend's balls. So
what?
Her cousin, yeah, those. So she says her cousin's friend got the vaccine and his balls swole up. So now that a lot of people just took over and said, okay, see, there's something wrong with the vaccines. There's people that, are protested against the vaccine and everything just because of what Nicki Minaj's tweet. So she has several people on there. Yeah. So Nicki Minaj is like now has become like a spokesperson against it. And then people,
we can't give us our opinion because we don't have that.
Everybody always has like a friend that has a friend that says, you know what I'm saying? So it's a cousin's friend, you know what I mean? So it's not even like a firsthand thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't believe it, but
I'm not even touching that.
Nobody said that you had to touch it. We just was talking about it.
I'm not going there.
Don't touch
we just talk
it.
about it.
I don't think it'll lose the problems that can happen.
Yeah. We were just talking about it, Jessica. You're not trying to. So that's all. That's my news for this week. I had to end with a bang.
Let's see.
So Nicki Minaj, yeah, check out her tweet and
There's a few things coming out of Nicki Minaj, like something with either her boyfriend or brother or something in regards to like child molestation.
Yeah, her husband's brother or something like that. Yeah, that's been around for years. Like supposedly her husband's brother or boyfriend's brother is a pedophile.
No, her husband and her brother have been convicted of something to deal with underage.
Mm-hmm.
It's both parties though with different stories, but
so they have to register when they move somewhere. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's her husband as well. She's married too. But anyway, that story.
Yeah, he's got that problem.
Yeah, kind of like her circle of the men in her circle. Oh,
not a good circle.
And you can't seem to escape one side, but then you got the other you're married into. You got. I don't know. Hey, Nicki Minaj, you're gonna put us on Just saying. That circle's horrific. And when it's against women, yeah, you gotta check that shit. Especially kids.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't play.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, check that. And then if you're rolling with them, even if you kind of believe them, you're rolling with them, and you're still rolling with all these stories. There's more than one, and you're still rolling with them.
Yeah.
I don't want my kid with you. You know what I mean? You got.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I get upset when I hear about kids. Oh boy, I get upset.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's so many beautiful people out there that are adults. Go to the adults. It's a problem. So make sure we protect the kids.
Definitely, we need to protect the kids.
If it's the next kid, you want to still protect them, and they're kids.
Yeah. So Mimi, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if I get in an accident and I don't know who to call, do you know of anybody I should call? Well, maybe we should look at a video first, and then maybe you can answer the question.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hey, you just had an accident. Lost, confused, don't know what to do. Don't worry, reach out to me. I can assist you legally, medically, with no cost out of pocket. This is not insurance. What I do is connect you with high-profile attorneys and medical facilities to get you compensated for the injuries that you occurred. Reach out to me immediately. Ciao.
Nice, nice.
So tell us about that, Mimi.
Thank you for allowing me to express that. It's with the No Fault Group. So what they do here is the accident team in Orlando. They also serve outside of Florida, but they bring in high-power attorneys and medical facilities that take care of your needs if you get involved in any sort of accident. It could be motorcycle, boating, it could be slip and fall. It's basically personal injury attorneys. And they work with really high-profile attorneys. So under one umbrella, they'll assist you legally and medically and make sure that they protect you. But you have to be a victim. If you're not sure about that, just reach out to me. And in 10 minutes, we'll be able to identify if you actually have a case and if you're a victim and if we need to come in and protect your rights immediately. So reach out to me at 407-267-7378. I can assist all of you beautiful people.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you for that.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool. All right. And then, so Starr, I have a question for you. What day is it? Well, let's guess what day it is with Starr Dalton. Let's roll that.
So, let's get this off me. Y'all know how I am. Get this.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
My
What?
mood board. Okay. All right. So
That's what day it
let me
is?
ask you guys, who has like cleaning service or has a desire when they get the money to have personal cleaning service at home?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So today happens to be
Mhm.
a National Professional House Cleaning Day.
What?
So this is like
Wow.
being like those that take the time out, come out to the homes. We know like people like our friend Philip, he loves to take advantage of services like that. You know, bad and
Yes.
bougie, you can do that.
Get it done.
Uh-huh.
I mean, every once in a while,
Yes.
sometimes you might need somebody,
Need that
come
extra
in
help
and
sometimes.
and just hit corners that you haven't.
Yeah, but not to mention, I have friends that actually own businesses and they have offices. And so we hire like a lot of our friends that do this or
Yeah.
like that. And they're our friends. So that's their side gig. And they go in there and they do it.
Nice.
Well, it's a beautiful thing to
Nice.
keep it in the circle. you
Yeah.
know, to keep
Yes.
people
Yeah,
around.
definitely.
Mhm.
That's what I do.
They take great care of you even better. Just saying.
Yes. Cool. So
So today is also this is actually a big day. Constitutional Day and Citizenship Day.
Yes.
So basically, on this day, members of the U.S. Constitutional Convention signed the Constitution in 1787, the adoption of the Constitution of the United States, and those who have become United States citizens. So this is pretty cool. I'm constantly seeing people that we have met or we've worked with or we're tied to that are getting their citizenship.
Mhm.
They'll be on social media and they're taking their photos by the flag, and that's like it's heartwarming.
definitely.
And pretty much almost everybody's immigrants here, so our family somehow came from somewhere else. So I think that's a pretty cool thing to celebrate today.
Absolutely.
Love it. I love it.
Yes, Constitution Day, that's a big one. I remember when that started under George W. Bush. It's actually mandated in any university or public school that you must have an educational program. So me working in higher ed, I always have to make sure that there's something happening, something popping for Constitution Day. It's one of the most difficult days to do an event or make exciting, but it is a mandate. It is mandatory for educational institutions to have something.
Interesting to know.
Yeah.
That's dope. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So for those that love, no, there's some bad stuff here. That love fried ham and cheese. Today is National Monte Cristo Day.
Oh,
So this sandwich is like getting recognized. Yeah, it's like the thing. I'm not a huge ham fan. You know, I even eat turkey bacon. So, but it looks good. That sandwich looks good.
Yeah,
fried.
so for Father's Day, my kids made me that. They made me so it was like a sandwich with the bread was French toast And I don't eat ham, but so the bread is French toast, and inside is like eggs. We had turkey bacon, and you just with the syrup and all
Ooh,
together.
That sounds
perfect.
fantastic.
Sweet
That
and
thing was
sweet and
banging.
salty.
It was banging. It was banging. I
Wow.
was like, I don't know what the hell this is, but damn, this is
Oh,
good.
you make that now. I never knew that's what it consists of. I heard of the name
Yes,
before.
yes,
Nice.
I didn't know that, and I didn't know it was fried either. So like the bread is fried on the outside.
yeah. They fried it all, together.
No doubt.
Yeah,
He's like,
it was
I
good.
like that.
Yeah, that was a good
Breakfast for
Father's
dinner
Day.
tonight. Breakfast for dinner tonight. Do
We
that.
gotta go out for my birthday. Don't forget that.
Hey, Jessica's birthday's coming up.
Let's do
Oh
it.
yes, but
Jessica's birthday's
I
coming
need
up.
turkey. I need the turkey bacon one too.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
All right. What else we got, Star?
Okay, so today is also National Tradesman Day. So this is giving, we're recognizing the professionals who maintain the complex infrastructure of our roads, cities, water systems, and power grids. So hats off to you guys. We wouldn't have, you think about I-4 or just anywhere, we wouldn't be running smoothly without you guys.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
thank
Shout
you.
out.
Very important job.
Shout out to you guys. Much love. Much love. What
Anything
else?
else?
So the next segment, I thought you would even want to. I mean, you're definitely going to chime into it. Probably the National POW MIA Recognition Day. So this brings the nation together to remember and honor the members of the armed forces who remain missing in action or are prisoners of war. The day serves as a call to action, reminding the nation to rededicate our efforts responsible for bringing our patriots home and for caring for our military families, awaiting word for their loved ones. The flag is blown this day, basically over national landmarks. And forgive me, I'm reading this. I did not memorize this. In government buildings across the country, not only does the Capitol do this, but the White House, Korean and Vietnam memorials fly the flag. But so do the offices of the Secretary of State, Veterinary Affairs, and Selective Services.
Yes. And
Like
sometimes you see
services,
you see the bumper stickers too. So people have them on the back of the car.
I do. I see a lot of those. I see a lot
I
of
see
those.
the flags a lot.
So these people, just like anybody that's going to war or whatnot, when this happens, especially if we don't get them back, it's just like a lot. Like it's
Right.
like they were in war and they passed or whatnot. So it's very important to recognize the time, the family, and all that stuff. So I think it's cool that
Yes.
they have that in place.
So thank you, Star. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great
a lot
stuff.
today.
A lot of stuff going on today, a lot to celebrate today. So, we hope that we were able to just share a little, light into your life this Friday evening, and hope that you get to enjoy the rest of your Fierce Friday. We hope that you all stay safe, stay healthy, stay fierce. But before we go, I want to shout out to all of our guests. Shout out to Sann Trigo for showing up and dropping that knowledge for us today, and with the special that's going on at her gym. Shout out to Jamilah and Charles Ewing. Definitely get that book. I'm gonna go ahead and put the information up real quick.
Prototype.
The prototype,
Yes.
right? And also Epic Publishing. All right. Epic Publishing is Charles's company, her husband that published the book.
They're killing it.
So they're killing it. Yeah.
Power
Yeah.
to do it.
They're
That's
keeping the
a
money
power
in the
couple.
family, right?
That's what you gotta do. If you're gonna create something, also be the manufacturer and bring it up, killing it.
Do it. That's how you do it. Shout out to Mimi Mala from Peace on the Street Radio. Thank you for being on today. The Starr Dalton. Thank you, Starr Dalton, for being on. And my little sister Jessica. Much love to you guys. All right, you guys at home. And one more time, I'm going to drop my little commercial. Go ahead to alwaysfierce.com.
Yes.
Alwaysfierce.com. We're doing 15% off with the code Fierce Live. All right. So stay healthy, stay safe, and stay fierce. Much love.
Buenas noches.